Now that I finally have a PlayStation 5, I can close the book on my PS4. It is no longer the current generation to me. And in looking back, I'm thinking of all the great games that came out on it. I want to take this time to talk about my favorite PS4 games. Disclaimer: this list is my opinion. I'm not saying these are the best games on the system. I'm just saying these are the ones I enjoyed the most. These don't have to be exclusive to the system, but in order to qualify for the list, I had to have played them on the PS4 and not some other console. Now, without further ado, here are my top 5 games for the PlayStation 4. Honorable mention: Destiny. Ha, just kidding, there's more than 5, but top 5 lists sound much cooler. I'm not much of a shooter guy, and I know Destiny had its flaws, lack of content being the main one, but it played well, it looked good, and I enjoyed spending hours playing with my friends in PvE action without having to worry about a prepubescent kid making a crack about my mom he didn't even understand. It took me back to those days when it was me and 3 buddies playing Nintendo 64 on a couch, but eliminated the multi-state hurdle of us gaming together. Destiny is definitely one of those games I had fun with, even though I can admit it isn't a great game. Honorable mention: Murdered, Sole Suspect. This is a game I played on a whim and really enjoyed. In it, you play as Ronan O'Connor, a cop who was murdered by a serial killer he was investigating in the town of Salem, Massachusetts. And no, the setting is not a coincidence. You return as a ghost with the aim to track down your killer. While doing so, you end up exploring a town with a lot of history and witchcraft. The game didn't do well at launch. It got middling review scores from critics, and it was overpriced at $60. But now you can regularly pick it up for under $5, which is a heck of a bargain for a game that has a 9 out of 10 on Steam. I can't speak for that version, but I can definitely say it's worth it on the PS4. Number 5. Life is Strange. Life is Strange is not the kind of game I thought I would like. Visual novel / adventure game, limited gameplay, no combat, typically equals no thank you. I only played it because I was in a trophy whore phase and I heard it was an easy platinum, which it is. What I got was an experience I'll never forget. You play as Max Caulfield, who discovers she has the ability to rewind time and must use it to help others enter town. What she and the other characters go through will change the player's outlook on life. The player makes choices that affect the plot, and I later found out if I had made different choices, something would have happened that would have devastated me, and I'm so glad I didn't have to go through that. Life is Strange is a game everyone should check out because it's good and easy to get your hands on. It's not everyone's cup of tea, but then again, I didn't think it was going to be mine. Number 4. 7 Days to Die. 7 Days to Die is a simple game with a simple premise. You're in the apocalypse, and every 7 days of game time, a zombie horde is coming to get you. You need to gather resources, weapons, and craft shelter to fight off the horde. You also need to stay fed and hydrated. It's survival Minecraft with zombies. It also has RPG elements. As you use a skill, you level it up. Level up enough skills and you gain a level, which grants you points you can use to unlock perks or level up skills. The graphics are bad. Some people complain about the enemy AI, but I don't mind dumb zombies. They make sense to me. I love the first-person action combined with the freedom to do what I want, but also the structure of knowing I have to be prepared for when the zombies come. I've sunk way too much time into this game, but I still play it. It's perfect for when I'm listening to a podcast or watching a game. It has both online and couch co-op. It has its flaws, but in the end, it's just fun. Number 3. XCOM 2 with War of the Chosen. I originally got XCOM 2 as a gift on the Xbox One. I played a bit, but it didn't grab me the way its predecessor, Enemy Unknown, did. Maybe it was too hard or too bland. Then the War of the Chosen DLC came out, and I watched YouTuber Christopher Odd do a playthrough of it. It rejuvenated my love of the series. I learned some tricks, saw some cool new things, and got back into it. I was the commander commanding XCOM in a resistance fight. I own those tactical battles. After playing this game, tactical battles elsewhere just seemed hollow. There isn't the same kind of strategy required. High ground, cover, class skills all seem way more important here than elsewhere. I love how the game allows you to determine what to do while at base. Do I research better weapons or better armor? Better healing or bigger wounds? What kind of facilities do I want in my HQ? And with the missions being randomly generated, no two playthroughs are the same, which adds to the replayability and value. This is the quintessential, archetypal, insert every other superlative here tactical strategy game, and my third favorite PS4 game. I also own it and the DLCs on Xbox and Steam. That is how much I love this game. Number 2, Persona 5. I think you know I love RPGs. I think you know I love Japanese style RPGs. There are some who say Persona 5 is the greatest JRPG of all time, and that isn't crazy talk. This game is amazing. It's a modern JRPG, which means no random encounters and many other quality of life aspects. Modern also means it takes place in the present day, not in medieval times or the future or space. This game oozes style from its menus to presentation to its soundtrack and character designs. The turn-press battle system keeps it from being a generic, repetitive turn-based one. The life simulator moments are joy. The game makes you feel for the characters and want to know them better. The anime graphics will keep the game looking good for a long time to come. It stole my heart. This really is one of the greatest JRPGs of all time and my second favorite PS4 game. Number 1, Horizon Zero Dawn. While there was some debate on what would make the list and the order of some games, there was never any chance that any other game was getting the top spot. This game is amazing in every aspect. The characters and landscapes are amazing to look at, the performances were spot on, the gameplay was fun and fluid and addicting. The only reason I didn't get lost in hunting all the robot dinosaurs was because I had to make my way through the amazing story. It was one of those games that I was afraid to play because I didn't want it to ever end, and the more I played, the sooner I would never be able to play it again for the first time. Horizon is one of my favorite games of all time, and easily top pick for favorite PS4 game.
Even if it destroys me.
Those are my top 5 favorite PS4 games of all time, plus a couple honorable mentions. If you think I missed some, I may not have played them or played them on a different system, or maybe they weren't for me. Mention them down in the comments and we'll talk about them. Thank you for watching. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe and share and all that. And as always, have a great rest of your day.